Welcome to this short video about preparing for your final year at university from all of us here at the Academic Skills Centre. As you enter final year in your university studies, you will have already developed a wide range of knowledge and skills, received plenty of feedback on assignments and have a sense of your grade so far. Final year will almost certainly involve new challenges, a demanding workload and possibly a bigger dissertation or research project. You may also now be considering your options beyond university. So how can you best succeed in your final year? Before jumping in, take a moment to reflect on your university studies so far. Consider the feedback you've had from tutors. Are there any recurring areas of improvement? How will you address these this year? Reflect on yourself too. Have your study habits and strategies been successful so far, or do you want to make any changes? Do you have any particular aims for this year and beyond, both within and outside your studies? If you know your main aims, this should then help you to prioritise your time this year. As you move through the year, you will need to keep weighing up what is most important and urgent at different times. This will mean striking the balance between working on assignments and assessments, keeping up with your classes, making time for thinking about the future if you need to, and of course your life and well-being outside all of this. This will be a particularly busy year in terms of your studies, so remember to set yourself realistic expectations in terms of what you can achieve healthily. With potentially lots of different assignments to juggle this year, planning ahead as much as possible should really help. Identify all your deadlines and perhaps set yourself false ones to prevent too many clashing at once. Is there anything you can start working on now to ease the load later on in the term? If you have a large dissertation or research project, plan how you intend to work on that throughout the year alongside other assignments. For example, will you set aside a specific morning or afternoon each week to steadily work on it? It will also be easier to stay on top of your studies if you maintain a regular study routine. This year, it's likely that you'll need to spend more time than ever on independent study outside of your classes, so plan for this. You may also find it helpful to study in shorter, focused bursts to help you with your concentration and productivity. Don't forget to always set aside clear times when you won't be studying too, though. This is important for your health and will make studying itself easier. In your final year, you will of course also be expected to engage with a wide range of research to inform your studies. Don't forget to move beyond the library catalogue and use subject-specific resources and databases to refine your research. The library subject support guides will help you find these. Develop your searching technique too, so you can find the most useful and relevant resources for your assignments. Visit the library's effective searching guide to help with this. Once you've found materials to read, ensure you are always reading them with a critical eye. What does this mean? Well, you should be always looking for connections between different readings. Can you say that they agree or disagree with each other, or perhaps they build on or even question each other's ideas? Try to also evaluate their arguments and conclusions. Can you see any limitations in what they have found or the way they have found it? How reliable is it? Is it entirely relevant to your own discussion? Can you also spot any gaps in what they are saying or the literature more widely? To help you with spotting gaps and connections in your reading, particularly when researching your dissertation or research project, you may find it useful to have some kind of reading grid. This will help you spot key themes across literature so you can identify any comparisons, but also any noticeable gaps in current research. At this stage in your studies, you will need to demonstrate your awareness and understanding of existing research widely across a subject area. And when it comes to your academic writing, developing a strong academic voice at this point is key. So reflect on any feedback you have received about your writing so far. Are there any suggestions for improvement that keep cropping up? How will you address these? To help you develop your critical voice further, when you are reading academic literature, look at the way it is written. Notice the structure, the tone of voice, the way evidence is used and evaluated, how an argument or conclusion is made. Remember when you talk about evidence to try and highlight the connections between different pieces of research. And crucially, ensure you're always adding your interpretation and analysis of what this evidence tells us and adds to our discussion. Are you also able to evaluate the evidence to either support or counteract your argument? For guidance in your academic writing, why not explore the Academic Skills Centre's wide range of writing guides and resources? You may also like to visit the Academic Phrase Bank, which contains a wealth of examples of academic phrases you can use in all kinds of different styles of academic writing. If you have a research project or dissertation coming up, we'd recommend thinking about it sooner rather than later. Start by planning backwards from the deadline. Which parts do you need to start working on and when? Rather than looking at the large task ahead, try and break it down into smaller, more realistic and manageable goals. Meetings with your supervisors along the way will also be vital, so plan when and how to best use these. If you're wondering where to start, you may like to start reading around your topic to develop your question, or perhaps take a look at our dissertation writing course. And of course, although you will be busy with your studies this year, do consider and make time for anything else you want to get out of your final year at university. There are always so many different opportunities available, so make the most of your time here while you still can. Are there any skills you still want to develop? Or unique university experiences that you still want to have? Or maybe you just want to have some fun? Finally, the most important thing throughout all of this is looking after yourself. This will likely be a busy year in terms of your studies, so remember to set yourself realistic expectations in terms of what you can achieve healthily. Take regular breaks and look after yourself physically through healthy eating and exercise. Always make time to socialise with others and relax. And of course, support each other. And don't forget to make the most of all the wider university support that is available to you too. Examples include our wellbeing teams, the Careers Network and the Guild of Students. And of course, there's us at the Academic Skills Centre. Visit our intranet page for information about our one-to-one appointment service, workshops and further resources to support you with a wide range of academic and digital skills. We also run the Maths Support Centre for support with maths and statistics in all subject areas. Wishing you the very best in your final year.